Hey there, Jessica here with Starbridge Mom. Today's video is about sacred space and clearing the energy in your vehicle. I am sitting in my car right now, and I'm just going to discuss really quickly about the importance of keeping even spaces like your vehicle cleared out. So, you don't want your energy in your car to get stagnant or in disarray because that also reflects what's going on internally. So or could also influence what's happening with you internally and with your energy field. So if your car is a wreck, it's probably going to have some sort of influence on you when you're driving around. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm going to be totally honest here. Driving gives me anxiety sometimes, especially when I have to be in a lot of traffic or in the city. I don't like being in cities. I don't like being in heavy traffic. Um, I don't like driving on freeways. I do it. We all have to do it, but I don't particularly always enjoy it. And driving seems to definitely bring out not the best of me at times. I definitely have my moments when I get really irritated and am quite less than heart-centered when I'm driving, and I have to be on myself and consciously aware of that because otherwise I'm looking at every other person like they're an idiot. Use your damn turn signal. Why'd you cut me off? I don't flip people off and, or mad dog them and get in their face and honk my horn or anything like that. But I can feel that frustration that builds up when I get driving, and it just seems like there are days when everybody's off and things are just people are driving down the wrong side of the road, driving down the middle of the road, like all kinds of stuff, okay? And that gets me really quick. So obviously that is part of something that triggers in my shadow side, and I'm aware of that, and I work on that, and I do what I can by keeping my vehicle of a clear energetic space. Now, I have kids and a dog, so that is not always easy. My car gets wrecked so fast. We are in this car all the time. I mean, driving the kids to and from school, to and from swim lessons, to and from gymnastics. Like, we are in this car all the time. Plus, we love to go out for road trips, just day trips up to the mountains, things like that, walk around the desert, go rock hounding. And so the car accumulates dirt and debris and toys and books and trash and food, like, often. So I have to be on it to keep this space clear, because when my car feels cluttered or it stinks, that frustrates me even more once I'm driving around. So I like to do things to keep my car clean. I make sure that I get it in and get it washed and keep it waxed and clean. I keep my windows clean inside and out. I vacuum it out. I clean out the food and the toys, and I'm on it. Like, every day I'm trying to make sure things get brought in, things get put in the trash, whatever we need to do. And then every month I'm making sure that I'm cleaning my car out. But there are other things that I do to energetically influence my space when I'm in my vehicle. So, the reason I do this again is because that helps to bring more coherence into my experience when I'm driving, when I'm sitting in here with my family or anybody else that's riding in this car. It's going to boost that energy, boost the vibration, boost the frequency in my car. And I'm all about trying to make sure that I'm doing things to keep my vibration high, keep my frequency high, and just be a good human. Just really function from my heart space. And driving is one of those things that tends to trigger me more. So I make the extra effort to make this a sacred space for me, a high energy space for me. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do besides basic cleaning. The other part too with your vehicle is basic maintenance. Make sure that you're checking your oil and your fluids. Keep up with your car. Make sure you got enough air in your tires. Do things that are preventative to reduce stress when you're on the road before you take trips. Know how to do things for your car, even if it's just some basic stuff. Make sure your windshield wipers work. Things that could be prevented from causing any problems, right? These are all things that we know, but we sometimes let get by us. Make sure your lights are working, your mirrors are adjusted, things like that. It's just all those things that help reduce any stress when you're out on the road, because it's so easy to be stressed on the road. I think for a lot of us, I don't think I'm alone in this. Okay, but energetically speaking, I keep my car gridded. So you saw, I will share with you, there's a whole row of rocks that I have in the cubbies of my front seat. Now I changed those out over the last couple months. It's been all like new rocks that I have found just being out and about exploring, and I really like them and they feel really grounded to me, so I keep them there right now. But I like to change them out. Sometimes I have black tourmaline gridding in my car. Sometimes it's just clear quartz, which, by the way, clear quartz is like a great amplifier for your engine and the power. And there's actually, I cannot quote to you right now word for word where I found it, but it was years ago. You can look it up online. I'm sure you can look this up online. But clear quartz, they've shown that it actually helps um, your engine to function better and to use less gas. Like it's amazing. Clear quartz is amazing for certain things like that, and it's an amplifier. So anyways, I keep clear quartz in the car. And then right now I have my car gridded with rose quartz, and I do like rose quartz more than anything right now, or for a long time, because rose quartz is, basically the heart-based, heart-centered stone. It's the stone of 5D, the fifth dimension, that heart-based place. And it's just a high consciousness type of stone. So I really like to keep my car gridded with that and be in a loving place when I'm driving, because like I said, I have my moments. So, and also, like, who wants to be stuck in the car? Like, what if you're in the car with your spouse or a friend or a family member and maybe there's some tension? Rose quartz is really good for bringing love, consciousness in high vibration into your space. So I would rather keep that type of energy in my car. The other thing I like to do is personalize things. So as you can see, I've got my seat covers that are all cosmic and galactic. So yeah, you can see that. So just little things that make it your space are important too. And then the other thing that I do when I'm gridding is I sprinkle salt. So salt is such a simple thing that you can do. You can get salt anywhere. You can get it super cheap for like, less than $1 at a gas station. Get a little jar of salt. It doesn't have to be any specific type of salt. Salt is very protective. It's super protective. So negative energies, negative entities, anything like that, it's a very good tool for any type of protection. So I sprinkle salt around my car. I vacuum and then I sprinkle salt. So I have salt that goes around the edges of my car on the inside, and then in the doors of my car, I have salt sprinkled. And it just adds that extra layer of protection around my vehicle, around my family when we're driving around, and just one of those things that boosts the coherence and the positive energy in my vehicle. So you can turn any space you want into a sacred space, into a high energy, high frequency space. And earlier I mentioned, there's so many of us, we're in and out of our cars all day long, especially if you're a mom on the go. These are simple things that you can do to just keep that space clear and keep yourself in a good, coherent state. Crystals are so good for helping our level of our coherence within ourselves. So, and boosting the frequency as well. Now, here's a couple other things that I do as well. I have a Hepa filter that I keep in my car because we have really bad air quality in Idaho. Well, at least in our area. I'm in the Treasure Valley, and most of the year there is crap air because there's fires and pollution and inversion. So throughout the year, we have many months where it's really bad air quality. It's smoggy looking. It's just gross. And I have really bad allergies. So having a HEPA filter, air purifier running in my car when I'm driving around really helps. And it gives me another little boost of protecting my family, protecting my little girls, that are having to grow up in this polluted air. I mean, we have some clear days during the year, definitely, but the majority of the year, throughout most of the year, we definitely have some pretty less than desirable air quality. So doing things that help me feel like a good mom, like protecting my kids' lungs when we're out driving around the best way that I can. And so I will show you the Hepa filter here. So this is the Hepa filter. It's a Honeywell. And I'm going to show you when I clean that out as well. And kind of take it apart for you so you can see it, but I just let it sit there on the floor and do its thing when I'm driving around. And the way that I have it, how it functions is I have it plugged into this, so it converts it. So I can plug it right in, and I also can keep my phone charged through here, and I also have another air purifier that I plug in. I'm going to show you that really quick too. So this just plugs right into the power outlet right here. And then this right here is a tool that I got from Amazon, and all it is, it's an essential oil diffuser. So if I can get this lid to pop off one-handed, there we go. You can see I just fill it up with a little bit of water, and then I put in some essential oils. So like right now I have a little box that I keep under here. It's got gum and Kleenex and emergency food. Yeah, so I just have some lemon oil in there right now, but I change that out for when, you know, just like I change out my stones. I will change out the essential oils for whatever intention, or maybe just something that I want to smell for the day. So, you know, it might be lemon, it might be a Mercury retrograde blend, it might be rose oil, vanilla, whatever it is that I may want to either be smelling, or maybe the type of energy or intention that I might be working with specifically. And then I also, okay, so the next couple of tips I have for just clearing the energy, cleaning the air, like, okay, so the air purifier cleans the air, the essential oil diffuser clears the air and cleans it, but there's other things that you can do too, to not just clean the air, but to clean the energy, to clear the energy, purify it in your car. And that is to sage your car. Now, I want you to be really careful, because if you sage your car, you're obviously working with something that is lit and it smokes and it has ashes that fall. So definitely make sure that you're doing that safely in your vehicle. But I like to sage my car, and I do that pretty often. I'll go around and sage it. And then I also make a Florida water. So this is a spray that has, I formulate this. I sell these too, by the way, but it has essential oils in it, herbs, stones, just different blends that I have put into this to make my Florida water. And then I do Reiki over it with the intention. Now this one is a protection spray. So that's the added intention that I put into it. It's a protection spray because, you know, you're in your car, you're traveling around, you don't want to get into accidents or, you know, get into any risks with anybody on the road. So I like to spray that around my car. And then Reiki. So if you know Reiki, you can Reiki your car too. You can Reiki anything. So I like to put Reiki over my car, especially before a long drive or a trip. I think that's really good to just help balance and align the energy and set the intention and put some protection over the vehicle. You know, you may like to pray. That's another way to do that too. So as you can see, my car definitely needs some TLC. It's a mess. We've been on a lot of trips over the last year, but specifically over the last month. So you can see the back is still piled up with a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure there's probably, yep, there is a dirty diaper back there. My husband, when he changes his diaper on the go, he tends to forget that he leaves diapers in the back of my car. It's kind of like Grumpy Old Men with the fish, only I get to experience finding a dirty diaper in my car. But she needs a bath too. Burmy definitely needs a bath. We've got to clean all the bugs and dirt off of her. So today is a clean out the car and give Burmy some love day. Okay, so I'm going to show you why I keep a Hepa filter in my car. This is a Honeywell Hepa filter, and it was under $100, and it's really easy to use. It's just a little knob right here. You can change the settings, and I'll show you later how I plug it into my car. But I wanted to show you, this is 1 month 1 month of use. You can see it's pretty gross. And this is just from being in my car for a month. So I'm going to clean it. And the way that I clean that is I just take my vacuum hose and suck that all off there. So I got my car totally cleaned out. I wanted to show you something here. So underneath here, I have a bunch of rocks. These are rocks that I've been collecting over the summer, just being out and about in the mountains. Except for that little piece of pink rose quartz right there. I grid my car with that. So this is actually some rose quartz in here in that corner. And then I have rose quartz in each of the back passenger doors and the back door of the vehicle as well. So anyways, I just wanted to show you, I got my car all cleaned out. It's nice and clean now, so I'm excited. It's been totally done up inside and out, and although you can't see the outside right now because I'm not sitting inside, but... And I didn't show you this, but I wanted to show you this. This is a set of crystals. I got this off Etsy. I didn't make it myself, but it has fluorite, amethyst, and rose quartz, and I leave that hanging there all the time. So as you can see, there's definitely many ways to grid your car, to clear the energy of your car, to do, you know, basic preventative things for your car, and just set the intention for being in a heart-based place when you're driving around, keeping your frequency up, keeping your energy up, not driving distracted. All of these things really just help set the vibe of your car when you're out and about, when you have to be in it as much as I do. And one of the other things that I really like too that I didn't share yet and I just thought about, and I'll probably just end on this note, it's not so much like a sacred space thing or an energetic thing, but it is a protective thing. So I have a rack, a box on top of the roof of my car, and we recently got that this summer because we do so many different trips, and the back of the car, it just doesn't hold all of our crap. We bring so much stuff, especially when we're out camping, rock hounding, even just out for a day up in the mountains. And so I like to keep, there's a couple things that I keep up there. I have a massive first aid kit bag that I've made. Maybe I'll share that in another video, but it's huge. It's a backpack. It's a 5'11" backpack that I have, and I've got pretty much anything you can think of in there for emergencies and first aid. And then I also have this like one and all type thing that I got from, I can't remember the car shop, one of the automotive stores that we went to. Might have been a Shucks, I can't remember. But anyways, it has the battery chargers on it. So like if your battery dies, you can charge up your battery again on your own. It has an air pump on it, so you can blow your tires back up if they're low on air. It has lights on it. It has, I think it has a built-in radio on it. I can't remember if that one has a built-in radio. If not, it's in my first aid bag. It's just got all these different features on it that help with things going down with the car. So, and then up there, we also, like, because we are up camping or rock hounding or going up in the mountains or out in the desert, so I have like a survival shovel and some survival food. I have like hand warmers and protective, like the blankets, the survival type blankets that you can just pop right open, and they also work as a tarp or making a tent, survival tent if you need it. So just things like that that I like to keep in my vehicle. I also have these really, oh, I just thought of this too, that I didn't think about sharing, and now I do. So I keep these, it's down in my door. Okay, so this, I just keep it down here in this cubby. It's kind of a tight fit, but it's the best place, especially when I have with kids, because it is dangerous if a kid were to get a hold of it. But this thing is so cool, and I have one in my door and one in the passenger door, and this can break a window, and it has a seatbelt cutter on it. So again, it's just another tool in order to be prepared. So I started this video, my intent was to go into talking about just sacred space and setting the energy in your vehicle, but I think I've given you a lot of different tips here between like safety and first aid and preventative, just little reminders. What can you do with your vehicle? Think about it. What do you have? What is your vehicle right now? Is it filthy? Is it dirty? Do you need to clean it out? Is it cluttered? How does that make your energy feel when you're driving around? Do you like to be in all that mess, or is it time to go get it clean and take it through the car wash? Do you need to go and get your car serviced? Has it been a while? What things can you do to add a little extra oomph to your energy in your car and make your own energy field within your car that's high vibrational and protective? Can you use certain crystals that speak to you? Some spray that might work for you, an air purifier. Can you sage your car? Can you salt your car? You don't have to do it all. I definitely cover all angles because I like to do that and I'm in my car a lot. But you don't have to do every little thing that I've explained in this video. Pick a couple things and just start. See how it feels to you. Can you do something that personalizes your car, that just, says, this is mine, this is my space. So that just helps to feel better wherever you're traveling, whether it's to work, to the grocery store, you're going on a long drive. Again, you can make sacred spaces pretty much just about anywhere, and why not in your vehicle when a lot of us spend so much time in them. All right, well, I hope that this video helped you. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you try anything that's recommended in this video, or if you already are doing some of these things, or maybe something that I haven't mentioned in the video. I would love to hear from you. So thanks for watching. I will see you soon.